well, my name's Greg Haslam, and I'm currently minister at Westminster Chapel in central London with a wonderful history of amazing preachers like Lloyd Jones, Campbell Morgan and Artie Kendall. So it's a great honour to be there. I'm married to a wonderful woman, Ruth, which I still pinch myself at the good fortune God's given me in her. I have 3 grown-up sons, James, Andrew and Joshua, who are now married themselves to marvellous wives, and they've now given us 5 beautiful young grandchildren.
King for a slave, trade in your righteousness for shame.
Well, I have a number of interests. My primary interest is reading theology, reading history, but I also am a very keen film buff. That is to say, I find it's one of the most relaxing things to watch a quality film, which I do on a regular basis, and often collect good DVDs of the best of them. The films that I've most admired were the Bourne trilogy, which was followed up with the Bourne Legacy. I think they're the best produced action and sort of espionage films I've ever seen, and I would recommend them to anyone. Well, I was born in Liverpool and grew up in Liverpool. Only moved out when I was 16 years of age with my parents, but only 20 miles away, halfway to Manchester. Liverpool, I think, was a great experience for me, and I was very reluctant to leave, but had to. So I think what happened is that around my teenage years, I had 2 classmates at the grammar school I was at. Bootle Grammar School for Boys, actually, and they were from different church backgrounds, but they had a pincer movement on me in terms of their witnessing to me about their new faith in Jesus Christ. And I called them good cop and bad cop, because one kept telling me about the danger of not believing in Jesus and that I would go to hell, which was a very sobering thing. And we were only about 14 years of age. And the other one was good cop. Neil was very impressive in terms of sharing with me and arguing for me to come to faith. And he is the one who invited me to hear Billy Graham relayed from London into the Methodist Central Hall on Lime Street in Liverpool. And I was the last person to get out of my seat because I was scared that Jesus wouldn't have me, but he did. And it changed my life radically to be led to Christ by my counsellor and walk out onto Lime Street that evening, seeing the world entirely differently than the boy who came in.
You reached out in love to show me life, lifted from darkness.
Well, I suppose that the exposure to amazing preaching of Billy Graham, which I'd never heard anything like that before, sowed seeds within me. And I joined a small Baptist church, and they gave us opportunities to lead Bible studies to a young couple in their mid-20s, so that we could lead little talks and discussions about consecutive passages of, actually, the first epistle of John. It was the first time I ever understood that the Bible can speak to you. And at the age of 16, I went to Keswick and heard the famous John Stott of All Souls Langham Place teach through 4 chapters of 2 Timothy in hour-long sessions, which was amazing to me. But what most amazed me was how fascinating and engaging this was. The Bible came alive to me in a new way. Well, I have a great heart for younger preachers, to help them to have the elevated view of the Bible, its accuracy, and its power to change people's lives. But they also need to learn the skills of handling Scripture accurately, but also to help them engage in colourful speech and colourful illustration and connecting with audiences. And it takes time to learn those skills. And yet it's worth it because good preaching changes the world.